Hey guys! So, welcome to another week, another, magical experience to be here on planet Earth today. Um, a lot has happened since I recorded my last video. If you guys remember that I was going to Mount Shasta for the first week of October on a very, very spiritual quest. It was like the beginning of Venus retrograde, and there was the new moon in Libra. And I had a lot going on, so I'm excited to share a lot of that with you and bring forth some of the lessons that I learned while on that journey. And one of the main themes that we're going to focus on today for this podcast is going to be on the divine feminine. This is something that I've been studying for a very long time, and I've become infatuated with all of the knowledge and symbolism throughout our entire world. And something I've embodied within myself and learned to really grasp is my own divine feminine nature and how to balance that with the divine masculine, both outside of me and within me. And so today I just really wanted to focus on that in relation to my trip because it came up a lot while I was in California and Oregon. So yeah, it was amazing. I went with my good friend Natalie, and I would just like to say thank you so much to her for joining me on this beautiful quest inside of our own healing journeys. We had definitely set out and made intentions that this was going to be a very healing experience for us, and that we were gonna, take it deep and take it personal, and we set powerful intentions. I haven't gone on like a spiritual quest like this before, so it was very powerful, especially because, I've been shifting through a lot within the past year, and she has as well, so it's beautiful for us to support each other in that journey. And we went there with like not too many expectations, just knew that we were going to do this, and we had a little bit of a schedule, but nothing crazy, and we just flowed where the wind took us. And for those of you who might not be aware, Mount Shasta is it's actually a volcano in the California region. It's in Northern California, really close to Oregon, and it's seen as the Earth's root chakra. Some people see it as the Earth's crown chakra, but it's most widely known as being the root chakra. And what that means is that it's a vortex on the earth that correlates with the root chakra. So the root chakra has to do with security, family values, feeling brave and safe, and overall just like that notion of like, not just notion, but that reality of having all of your needs met. So it's a very powerful thing for us to do. And recognize when we go on these journeys. And, I'm really happy that she got to go with me, and I learned so much while I was up there. I did an initiation. So I've been diving deep into the book, The Sophia Code. And so this book is an actual living transmission for divine feminine Christ consciousness, written by Kia Ra. And she actually received downloads of this book and wrote it completely up there. And so while I've been reading this book, that's kind of what sparked the inspiration to go up to Mount Shasta and explore the energy there and do some of these initiations while I'm up there. So that's exactly what I did. Natalie and I hiked up Panther Meadows, went as far up as we could to Mount Shasta, where we are literally looking straight up at the peak, just like, whoa! It was so powerful. So we went up there, and we began just frolicking and having so much fun, and just looking at the plants, the way that the trees would spiral up, and the way that the rocks were deep and red and had some indigo colors in there too, and it was just very high energy. And so we were hiking up there, and we're having fun, and literally we began to do the Green Terra Goddess mantra. So if you're not familiar with the Green Terra Goddess, She is seen as the female Buddha in Tibetan Buddhism. And she carries a very strong energy of Syrian, like she has Syrian energy for sure. I read that she was mainly incarnated on Sirius and helped them raise their consciousness where they are today. And so now she's been reincarnating and working with planet Earth to do the same. And so in the Sophia code, you do different key codes and transmissions. And by the way, like, if you are looking into expanding your connection with Divine Feminine energy, and you would like to mentor with literal, energetical, and light being priestesses, get this book. It is a living transmission. It is guided meditations, a book about 2 inches thick of straight connection with the Divine Feminine dragon tribe of the Sophia. So anyway, we went through the key code, and it was so intense. You're like up there, high elevation, and connecting with, that land. It comes with so many ascended masters and just very high frequencies. It's seen that I'm just like amazed still by all of the memories and just experience that I went through. But there's a lot of high energy there. Lots of UFO sightings up there. We actually saw something we believe was definitely a mystical and extraterrestrial, possibly, experience. But yeah, anyway, so we're up there and we're doing the key code, and we're like chanting the green Tara mantra, and the wind is like fiercely flowing all around us, fiercer than ever. And then as soon as we're done, it like blows away, and we're seeing so many beautiful things, and it was the most powerful experience. And that moment really sparked something special in me. I felt as if I was being cradled in Mother Earth's arms, and I felt so safe at that point, and I felt so just nurtured by my higher self, and being led there and listening to the call to go to Mount Shasta. And it was just honestly one of the most mystical and vibrant experiences in my life, and I highly recommend that, if you feel called to go to Mount Shasta, please go. You will not regret it. So that really jump-started me into this whole diving deeper into the Divine Feminine. I've been working with the Divine Feminine for a long time, but it was just really lifted to the very tip-top of my roots this, through this this last travel, and I'm excited to share it with you guys because, we are totally ascending into the age of Aquarius. We're in it completely, and with that comes the rise of the Divine Feminine. So, Divine Feminine energy is much like a priestess energy and mentality. It is the essence of creation at its core, of kindness at its core, of respect at its core. And when you are embodying or working or learning about the Divine Feminine, you are empowering yourself on an extremely highly vibrational level. And, women are definitely empowered to do this, and so are men. It's available to all of us. We actually all have our own Divine Feminine and masculine aspects of ourselves. And the word goddess, the beings that are goddesses connect with the Divine Feminine. It's that essence of creatrix, and that essence of open-armed love and conditional support. And it's all of those things and above, and it's a whole new world of empowered living. And so I have been connecting with the Divine Feminine for a while, and the past couple months through the Sophia Code, I have been working with the Sophia dragon tribe, which is a um, collaborative league of goddesses from all cultures and all star nations who come together and bring healing to different star systems through divine Christ consciousness. And the Sophia, in case you're not familiar, is the goddess of all life, the goddess of all creation. So it's from her womb that all life originates. And I know some of this might be a little woo-woo for some of you out there, but just hang in there. This stuff is really deep, and this stuff is very real, and you deserve to know about it. The Divine Feminine energy connects to our sovereign right as creators, as beings who exist in this world. And through embodying this energy, we're actually able to have endless potential to achieve and dream up anything of our realities that we wish into it. And when you tune into this energy, your entire life becomes so much more powerful. You know, I feel like my journey, as I've been working closer and closer with embodying my own divine feminine energy, growing up, I felt like, and I feel like a lot of women can relate to this completely, that we have this tendency to not be able to authentically connect with other women because there's just so much shade and so much retracted from us from a young age about the connection of females and the beauty that we hold together and the power that we hold together. And so from a young age, we're kind of scared of each other because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, like, we were brutal. Like, growing up, like, I just didn't have any desire to be around other women because it was rough. I had a lot of situations that kind of drew me away from connecting with females. But now that I've gotten older and other women have gotten older, we've really been able to kindle a very special relationship. And so once I started working with the divine feminine energy, all of these amazing women started, you know, floating and flying and soaring into my life. I am so grateful to be blessed with the most powerful female collective that I have ever witnessed. All of my friends are incredibly inspiring, and you know, we're all on the same page as far as like our goals and our ambitions, what we want to bring in this lifetime. And so, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe, and I am 100% a believer in that. And so when I am correcting my vibe for more divine feminine energy, you know, what do you know? All these beautiful and powerful women come into my life, and you know, it's like this is like some super. I'm just gonna come out and, you know, spill a little beans. I actually am thinking about opening up a holistic healing center in Houston, and me and my friend Andrea have been talking about it for a long time. And then what do you know? Once we start talking about it, we get presented with a whole world of different beautiful, divinely embodied women coming into our life telling us that they want to do the same thing. And so when you're working with the divine feminine energy, you are attracting yourself in mirrors, and you're attracting, you know, others that are 100% aligned with you, because the more you build up your energy and your vibration, the more that things that are alike are going to flow into your life. And that is literally like scientific knowledge, guys. It's the law of attraction. It's, you know, life is divinely set out to be that way. And so, you know, I'm amazed to have so many partnerships in my life that are with females, because when females come together, magic happens. And so, but that being said, there's also the divine masculine energy, you know? The divine masculine is just as important as the divine feminine. And that was something that during this little retreat I took in Mount Shasta, is healing my relationship with the divine masculine and really learning how to trust it again. and how to use it, not use the divine masculine feminine, but you connect to my own divine masculine energy in a healthy way, and how to trust other men, that are embodying their divine masculine energy, because not every man does. And like I said before, we all have the divine masculine energy, and we all have divine feminine energy existing within us. It's said that inside of all of us, through our Kundalini energy, it holds both feminine and masculine energy. And from there, when you work with the Kundalini energy, you're able to balance the divine feminine and masculine energy. It's like extremely powerful. And when I know some of us might be like, okay, wait, what do you mean, like, we both have masculine energy and feminine energy, or, that's why, I don't know, it's a very interesting concept, especially because it's a very personal journey, and I haven't read a whole bunch of different books on, like, divine masculine energy or divine feminine energy and all of that, but I know that it exists inside of us, and, we can see it in our entire lives, with men. We have, goal-oriented structures. We have, very, like, go out and, like, working, building energy. We have strong beliefs. Our physical body admiration comes from, the male energy, and male energy is also very logical. And then whereas feminine energy works a lot more with nesting and working with our emotions and trust and spirituality and fluidity, caring more about the spiritual aspects of life. And you can really tune into how that is truly inside of each one of us. We all have our left brain, our right brain. I see that the right brain is much more feminine, the left brain is much more masculine. You can kind of see these aspects and these parallels all throughout society, and there's a lot of myths that, I call them myths, that people, think that, you can only be a male or you can only be female. It's like, no, actually we have all of it inside of us, and sometimes, our masculine energy is more stronger than our feminine energies, or vice versa. It does happen, and it's real, and that's just how life is, and you can see with the rise of this awareness of divine feminine and divine masculine that gender roles are changing. Our belief system and constructs that we've built ourselves around in relation to gender roles is, tremendously shifting right now. And I believe that is a true reflection of this awareness coming back around full circle. With the age of Aquarius, I've said in other podcasts that we are in a huge space of being able to access, lifetimes of knowledge. You can see it through having our cell phones and our computers and being able to receive instant gratification of knowledge instantaneously. And, that with that, I think is also bringing people back into the foresight that, like, all that we need is inside of us. And, when I was at Mount Shasta, so many synchronicities, guys. Like, I am still just so amazed by this experience. Yes. So my Airbnb host, she was such a beautiful woman. She was, she had a stronger masculine energy, and she knew that, and she saw that, and she, lived on her own for many, many years, and we were talking about, the polarity between the two, and how she's had to truly be her own divine masculine and her own divine feminine within her life. And I thought that was so neat to have a conversation with, an older woman who truly lives on her own and really supports that strong core within her. and, you know, working with it to her best of her abilities, you know, being her own logical mind and being her own, you know, goal-oriented person and being able to fix things and being able to, you know, do everything that she needs to do to keep herself supported, but then also nurturing herself and, you know, giving herself the tender love and care that she needs. And I think that that is something that so many of us can embody so much more, because I find a lot of times that we like to, you know, lean on the somebody else of that embodied energy, instead of going within ourselves and really building up, you know, these energies within our own core and, you know, getting to know ourselves on that level. We tend to, you know, I catch it with my relationship all the time. It's a natural thing to happen, you know, especially now that we're in like this matriarchal age, and, you know, all this knowledge of divine feminine and masculine has been hidden from us. I feel like right now so many, you know, relationship blockages and, you know, just, what do I want to say, dependency blockages we're going to start seeing them fade a lot with the fall of the matriarchy. And what I mean by matriarchy, you might have, you know, heard this term before, you might have not, but the matriarchy is literally the age that we've been existing in for a very, very, very long time of male-ruled society and life on Earth. You know, before the matriarchy, there was, you know, the divine feminine rising, and you know, the goddess, you know, was the leader, and the goddess was the primary focus in daily life. And I feel like through the age of Aquarius, we're blending them together again. So I think that is very, very profound and very, very, you know, beautiful, and, you know, it gives us the potential to be connected with all life, you know, on Earth. You know, like ourselves, but also, you know, our animals and our planet, and, you know, the subtle life all around us in the cosmos, and, you know, what's above, what's below. It's going to connect us to all of existence, and that's going to be the birth of the new Earth, you know, because when you see yourself at its core and at its truth, you're able to see all of life at its core and at its truth. And, you know, there's so much to be explored within that realm. And I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know that like, you know, you have the potential to carry through this energy within you in every single, you know, little space of yourself, the divine feminine energy. And, you know, that divine femininity is, you know, it's truth, the stuff that makes you feel good. Being a divine feminine is also having, you know, very healthy boundaries for yourself, for your own nourishment and your own truth. And, you know, allowing yourself to, you know what's right and wrong from you at your core, and, you know, not compromising or belittling yourself, and knowing your power. And because we all are feminine, you know, we all have, I'm a female, you know, but that doesn't mean that I was raised in a divine feminine mentality. A lot of us females are, you know, kind of like raised in this space of having to, you know, compare ourselves to each other, and, you know, really compromising our needs and our desires at the sake of somebody else, and at the sake of, you know, belittlement. And that is not in the parameter and the space of the divine feminine. The divine feminine knows what she wants, knows who she is, and demands that everything in life be granted as that, because that is the space that we live in, as long as it's healthy and has positive intentions. And I think that moving forward, you know, in the next maybe eons, or, you know, however long it's going to have to take, that's what we're going to be bringing ourselves to. And through that daily practice and through, you know, that daily inner knowing, I think life will be a lot more beautiful. I think that we'll all have a lot more grasp on ourselves and where we're going and where we stand, and there'll be a lot more peace because people won't be so reliant on the outside world to nourish them and to give them all of this stuff and comfort that is truly inside of them. That's one thing I love about my relationship with Dasher, is that he's never given me a second to lay my problems on him. He's very much always made me face myself in the mirror, and that was something I really had to grow into and submit myself to, because man, when we first started dating, I was not that way. Which is good, and it's good to grow into this kind of stuff, and honoring your own healing abilities to uplift yourself. That's the idea, right? Like, for example, like when I do a Reiki session, I'm not going to, just have you come in and have you lay on my table and give you energy and then say goodbye. No, I'm going to give you I'm going to tune into your frequency and do the energy healing on you and work with your higher self and find intuitively what tools you need to keep bettering yourself. And I'm going to check on you, and I'm going to, hold you accountable for, your goals and your ambitions and keeping your energy high and clean. And that is the divine feminine nurturance. It's strong, it's bold, but it's also gentle and centered in kindness. And, because we all have the infinite ability to heal ourselves. And of course there's deep satisfaction and resonance when we ask for help from others and we seek out, guidance from other people that may have tools and information that we could highly benefit from. And so that it's good to do that, and that's why I love the service that I offer. But I all too often see it in a way that isn't necessarily 100% in the heart of the client, and in the heart of giving them the healing ability that you have. And I think that's something important that I want to continue to teach and continue to offer to other people, is showing them their own potential. And I think that is something that 100% exists in the realm of the divine feminine. And and like one thing that's extremely important that this, I guess, what this conversation is bringing up for me is that we're already living in the age of the divine feminine. We're already living in the age of Aquarius. Like, look around you. Really look at life and how much it's shifted, and look at, just all the things that are happening that are holding space for divine feminine energy. And how life is becoming a more holistic, centered state of being. And that's what it is. That's what the divine feminine is preaching and teaching, is the art of holistic healing, and the art of adding all of these beautiful, powerful aspects of ourselves to be the highest embodiment of our own divine essence. I have a really beautiful quote I wanted to share with you guys that was presented to me today that I just really wanted to share. I teach people that no matter what the situation is, no matter how chaotic, no matter how much drama there is around you, you can heal your own presence if you just stay within your center. And so I think that that is something powerful to keep in our mind, that no matter what is going on outside in the world, no matter the destruction that's going on, we're still living on, Earth, and there's still a lot of work to be done, but no matter how much there is, how much chaos there is, we have the potential to go in and heal ourselves and heal our presence within all of this chaos by going inside and centering ourselves. And one thing that the divine feminine has really taught me is that through that path and through that action of going within and centering myself so that I'm prepared for that. I've come to find that it radiates outwards. It radiates out into the world, into the people in my life. Others see it, others feel it. I share that energy with certain people that I find need it. And, and this is something I invite you to, bring into your life and your awareness. Any time that, life is just wreaking havoc around you, take a moment to step back, to breathe, to center yourself, and to, find out where your core vibration is, where your truth is. And through that, you can really teach others and be your most authentic self. The divine feminine comes with being your most authentic self. That's why we're not trying to belittle our our powers and our ability to heal others and heal ourselves, and live a much more heart-centered life. And so it's a very powerful path, and you see some when part of the divine feminine comes with manifestation. And the more you raise your vibration and the more you know your truth, you learn that you are the universe, and that through that vibration and through that knowing and through that understanding, you yourself, the universe, has no choice but to grant your wishes and grant you the opportunity to achieve all that you desire, because you are at that level of creatrix energy. And that is something that we all have the potential to have. Let's go ahead and do a little meditation. I just want to give us some space to tune into this divine feminine energy now that we've been talking about it for a little bit, and I've given you guys a lot of context. Let's go ahead and tune into it. So if you are in a comfortable space where you can kick back and relax for a little second and center yourself, go ahead and join me. And also, if you're driving or you're doing something else that is capturing your attention, feel free to still tune in and still listen and balance this meditation with whatever you are doing, staying present in your actions. Okay. So again, if you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes. Let's go ahead and inhale fully. Holding our breath at the top. Exhale, letting it all out. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Using the breath as your tool to center yourself, to tune into your divine essence, your core. Allowing your breath to carry you through the awkwardness, the aches and the pains of today and tomorrow, and letting them seep into the present moment. Allowing yourself to be fully aware and present of your surroundings. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully. Feeling the prana flow inside of you, seeping into your veins and your meridians, reaching to your fingertips and the tip of your toes, nourishing every aspect of your body. And exhaling, feeling, experiencing the shift of your vibration changing on an electromagnetic level. I invite you to raise your hands a little bit on your knees and beam your palms facing outwards towards your face. I now invite you in this moment to say a little prayer to your divine feminine energy. You can repeat after me if you would like. Divine feminine energy deep inside of me, I pray and I ask you to channel fluidly throughout my body, up my chakras and my spine, and up to the forefront of my crown, so that I can hear and see and experience myself fully. Sat Nam. You may feel a wave of energy washing over you, a divine warmth, nurturance, and respect, like a weaving of dragons flowing around you. Your hands are beaming outward, pulsating light of your own divine essence. A halo of truth is crowned around your head. Shimmering in golden white light, this is your truth. This is your honorable truth, your rightful truth, your sovereignty. Basking in this essence, giving gratitude to this essence. Let's go ahead and rub our hands together, generate this heat, if you can, right? And beam your hands forward in front of your face, washing it all over your body, your arms, your stomach, your side body, your neck, your back, and allowing that divine feminine energy to arc over you and be infused in your aura, in your electrons, and your overall radiance. Go ahead and sigh some out. Let's let some sound out. Inhale. I could just bask in this energy forever. I hope that you guys feel the exact same way. And this is a connection that you build with. And each time you pray to your divine feminine energy to rise gracefully, it will, and it will become stronger and stronger and more present in your everyday life. And that's a beautiful way to wake up in the morning, and maybe while you're showering or you're just, before you get out of bed, just say a little prayer to your divine feminine to flow through and balance you and to be present in your complete experience of life. And through this practice, we're really bridging a healing relationship with the Mother, our Mother Earth, Sophia Gaia, the divine creatrix that began all life in the universe. Especially if, you grew up with a disconnection between you and your birth mother. This is a beautiful way to heal that connection inside of yourself, by just allowing that divine feminine energy to nurture you as if a mother would, and allow it to take care of you and to cradle you in your times of worry and to remind you of your power and your truth. Because we all deserve that. We all deserve that selfless kindness and that essence of being provided for. That's something that we're all granted when we come to Earth. You see a baby and all of their needs are met usually. They don't worry that, the food isn't going to run. They're not worried that, that their diaper is not going to get changed, or that they're not going to, be able to sleep, or, and that's something that I believe we all can tune back into, because, you think about a baby, their chakras are open, their divine feminine and masculine is flowing and going and very vibrant and true. And so, in these moments, we can really tune into that and go back to that inherent nature that is available for us all. Yeah, it's our truth. And one way that I've found by far has helped me the most with healing my divine feminine energy and my divine masculine energy and learning to balance them is Kundalini yoga. We talked about it in my last episode a little bit, and talking about it some more now. It is such a beautiful practice because you're working with the energetical systems, you're working with the sacrum, and you are bringing up that divine masculine, divine feminine energy within you, and you are actively using both of them throughout your, entire practice, from, warming up and tuning in, from the meditation straight into the asana. It is very, very present and very, very real. And yeah, so you should try it out. You can check it out on YouTube if you're looking for a teacher. I love doing private sessions for Kundalini yoga, and it's extremely fun. I call it the yoga for quirky people who are really, ready to dive into their healing abilities, because it is very powerful. I wanted to bridge this podcast to an end through through this cute thing I read in the Mantra Wellness magazine today. It's the Mantra Manifesto, and I just was reading it, and I was just like, wow, this is what I want to share every day with everyone and myself. So I thought, why not gift it to you guys as well? So, yeah, I'll go ahead and read it. It's called Soul Rewilding. Haha, wild medicine. For a juicy and color-filled life. Unbusy yourself. Rewild your spirit. Travel for a year. Jump on trampolines. Play with the water hose. Wear wigs for no reason. Make the everyday artful. Wear bright colors. Stop asking for permission. Lie in a park, have more picnics, throw away the scale, live in the vibrant color of life. Be vulnerable, hula hoop naked, get excited, take that trip, sleep in, invest in good headphones and long baths. Eat watermelons with your face, create bohemian daydreams, feel it and release it, forgive yourself. You attract what you feel. Sharpen your skills, write poetry in nature, you deserve to feel lighter. Have a mystic love affair in Paris. Slow down and love yourself up. Remember that you are a wild woman. Join the revolution. Live freely, simply. The more that you say thank you, the more shows up. Water more plants. Light 20 candles for no reason. Buy a record player. Dance in the moonlight. Remember to laugh a lot. And notice what fills you up with inspiration. Wear a tutu on Wednesday and watercolor with no plan. Make some moves and love anyway. How gorgeous is that? That is the most heartfelt and fun and just makes me want to get out of my seat and just like love myself and do something nourishing. And that is, my experience of the divine feminine. My connection to the divine feminine is doing things for myself out of straight love and connection to the divine so that I can carry that back for you guys and for those who will come after us and, for those that have, come before. And, we're truly blessed to be truly, truly blessed to be here now, because, think back to like a couple, centuries ago and, even a couple decades ago, if you were doing any form of divine feminine embodiment and worshiping, you were straight burned at the stake. If you were even, thinking about the divine feminine, or you were even thinking about herbalism or anything that, this whole podcast is about, wild medicine and, learning the natural ways to heal ourselves on all levels. If you were even diving into that, you could be killed for it. And so I find so much honor and I find so much gratitude in this practice and this ability to connect with this world and this empowerment. So I invite you guys to do the same. I invite you guys to dig in there deeper, practice some Kundalini yoga, do prayers to the Divine Feminine, and slow down, stay present, and savor your life, because there's so much magic going on all around us, and wouldn't you hate to miss the show? Keep staying good, guys. I love you so much, and thank you for tuning in. Like I said before, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a review. I would love to hear, any feedback, even if there was something that you didn't connect with or something that didn't seem right. Just let me know. I would love some more clarity and feedback on, what's going on in your guys' brain so far when you're listening to me. So much respect. I bow down to the divine masculine and feminine inside each one of you, and that divine essence that brought you here today and guided you through this podcast. May it cherish you, and may it spark a very special revolution inside of yourself, because that is exactly what you deserve, my love. May you just find so much peace throughout this last week, and have all your prayers answered, and witness a miracle. I want you guys to witness a miracle this week too. Yeah, and if you guys would like, feel free to go ahead and check out my website, Earthney.com. I have some really amazing handmade crystal jewelry on there, and releasing tomorrow on Wednesday, October 17th, I am having an amazing sale on all of my paintings. There will be 50% off, so be sure to go and check that out as soon as possible. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of your life. And I just put up a new blog post on my website all about smudging and how to use different plants to cleanse your energy fields through its smoke. So yeah, there's lots of good stuff going on there. It's definitely a powerful resource for you guys, and feel free to follow me at Earthney Energy on Instagram, and on Facebook I am under Earthney Healing. I have some amazing events coming up. This Friday I'm doing a cacao ceremony, so if you're in the Houston area, definitely going to want to check that one out. I do a Reiki energy cleansing on the entire group. We build a flower mandala, and I do a sound bath too with you guys after the cacao ceremony. So yeah, it's a very fun event, and it's very exciting. This weekend is Universal Fest if you live in the Houston area. Andrea and I with Houston Healing Circles will be doing a guided meditation in the red tent using plant frequencies and using crystal singing bowls and chimes and my medicine drum. So yeah, it's going to be a good week, lots of healing going down, and yeah, I hope to see some of you around, and if not, you can definitely tune in on my social media, because I will definitely be present there throughout all of these powerful experiences. So thank you so much for trusting me and following through with me throughout this entire podcast. Infinite love and abundance your way. I hope you felt that one. Infinite blessings, guys, and see you next week on the other side.